In this video, I will show you how to add a WhatsApp chat to your Wix website quickly and easily. So your customers can come in, they will have this WhatsApp button down here that they can go ahead and click into. You can customize this message, of course, customize the name and the image, but your customers can come in here, they can click chat on WhatsApp, and it's then going to take them over to WhatsApp where they can open this on their device and they can drop you a message. The first thing that we need to do is open up Elfsight. This is the tool that we will be using to build the widget, and I've linked it in the description below. Go ahead and click on that link and it will take you straight over to this page. This link also ensures that everything connects properly when we embed it. From here, just enter your email into this box to sign up for free, and then on this next page, create your password. Just like that, we are signed up and ready to go. Okay, so once we are signed up to Elfsight, you should see the WhatsApp chat right here at the top. If for some reason you don't, then no worries, because we can go up to search widgets right here and we can search for WhatsApp, and then we can see the WhatsApp chat. So go ahead and click into this widget. And then from here, it's going to ask us to choose a template. Now, realistically, it doesn't matter which template you choose because everything in here, the background, the image, the text, the button, everything is all completely customizable. So just select this general right here, and then we can customize this as we go. So click on continue with this template. And then the first thing that we want to do is connect up your WhatsApp number. So just go ahead and enter your WhatsApp number into this box right here. I'll just use this example. And then once this is added, we can then go down to the content area. And this is now where we can start customizing how this looks. So the first thing that we can do is customize the bubble icon that has this WhatsApp logo. You probably won't want to change this, but if you would like to, you can upload your own image from the computer, or you can choose from Elfsight's library. But as this is the WhatsApp logo, I'm going to leave this. We can then add bubble text if we would like. So we could say maybe something like message us on WhatsApp, just like that. But I'm going to leave this blank because I think a blank bubble like this just looks better. We can then go to the chat window, and in here we can change things like the image, the name, and the caption. So with the image, we can click in, we can upload our own file, and we can upload an image of ourselves. We can then go to the name, and I'll just change this to Riley Holden, which is my name. And then for the caption, we have a few different options for this. We can either just have it saying online. We can choose from one of these reply times. So we could say typically replies within an hour, or we can go to custom and we can type out our own custom caption. But I'm just going to leave this as typically replies in an hour. Then we have the welcome message, so we can edit this and we can choose what welcome message is going to be in here. So we can say something like, hi there, maybe which of our products are you interested in? Then we have the start chat method, so we can choose that they either click on this button and it takes them straight over to WhatsApp, takes them straight over to our messages, and they can start messaging. Or you can choose to have them type a message right here, then click send, and they'll be taken over to WhatsApp where they can send that message. So we can choose from one of those options. We can also change the button text right here. So this says chat on WhatsApp, but we can change this. And we can also choose if we want to show this icon in the button. Then we can go down to settings, and in here we can change things like the position. I wouldn't really recommend playing around with this. This is set perfectly, but you can if you would like to. We can change the chat display settings. So in here, we can go ahead and choose what pages this is shown on, what devices this is shown on, what visitors this is shown to. And most importantly, this is actually really helpful. We can choose when we want to display this. So we can set a time schedule between like 9 to 5 p.m. And what this means is people won't then be able to message us at 3 a.m., right? So that's actually a really helpful tool if you want to add this. Finally, we have notifications, which essentially means, do we want to show this little red notification badge next to the bubble, or do we want to turn this off? And then finally, we can go into the appearance, and this is where we can really start playing around with the colors and the fonts and things like this. So the first thing that we can do is change the font. So by the way, if you set this to default, it's going to take your default website font once you add this to your site. But a font that I really like is Montserrat, so I'm going to add this here. We can then choose the bubble background color, we can choose the bubble icon color, the notification badge color, everything else you can go ahead and customize with all of these colors. So just play around in this area and make it look how you would like it to look. Now, once you have this set up and we are ready to add this to Wix, all we have to do is click on publish. And then Elfsight will take us over to this screen where we can now choose a plan. Now, I recommend going for the free plan, as this is going to allow us to add the widget to our site for free. And then later down the line, if you want to upgrade to one of these paid plans, if you want access to more widgets or more monthly views, you can upgrade to one of these at any time. So for now, just select the free plan. And once that is selected, Elfsight is going to give us this piece of code that's going to allow us to add the WhatsApp chat that we just customized to our Wix website. So all we need to do is click on copy, and then we can head over to our Wix editor. Inside of the editor, all we need to do is click on this plus icon to add elements. And the element that we want to add, we just want to go down here to embed code. And then we want to add this embed HTML. So we can click add to site. And then in here, it's going to open up with this box. So all we want to do is go over to where it says add your code and paste in the code that we just copied. We can then click on update. We don't need to play around with any of these other settings. And right here, we can now see we have this WhatsApp badge. So we just want to drag this into the bottom right corner, somewhere maybe around here. And once this is added, we then want to right click on this. And we want to click pin to screen. And this is going to make it so that it follows us all across the site. So we click pin to screen. We can then play around with the offset if we would like to, but I think 20 does look the best in here. So we can set this to 20, back out, and now this is all set up. So we have the icon badge right here. So if I go ahead and save this, and we now preview this on our website, as you can see, we now have this WhatsApp badge that's going to follow us around. We can click into this, and this is a very good point actually. So right now, when we click into this, you can see most of the box is blocked off. So what we actually need to do is just go back to the editor, click on this, and just expand this box so that it's bigger. It doesn't look like it's doing anything now, but when we actually open this up, we need to make sure that it has room for the whole box. So once again, we can just click on save, and I'll go back to preview the site, and that should fix the issue that we just had, where there we go. Now I open this up, and we have access to the full WhatsApp chat, where we can now go ahead and click chat on WhatsApp. So that is how you can add a WhatsApp chat to your Wix website.